Hey there everybody, High Mileage Rider here, and today we have another gear video. We're going to be doing an unboxing and initial impressions of the Wireless Go Rode Compact Microphone System. If this is something that interests you, come on back. Welcome back everybody. As I said, today our gear video is going to be an unboxing and initial impressions of the Wireless Go Rode microphone system. I decided to go with just the single receiver and transmitter, given that it'll generally just be myself talking into the camera for you guys. So let's get this unboxed and see what comes with it. So inside the box you get some silica to keep everything dry. You get a pouch to carry everything in. You get the main cardboard piece, which has the, it looks like, yeah. So we've got two microphones that connect to the top with their little windsocks. We've also got the receiver and the transmitter. And also inside the box, this must have all the cables in it. And it does. So we have two USB to USB-C connections in order to charge these devices. And we have the one TRX cable to go from the receiver into your phone or laptop or computer, whatever you are doing the audio recording to. Okay, so now that we've gotten this unboxed, let's move some of our garbage over to the side here so that we can have a look at everything. Okay, so now in order to show you what the unit does, what the screens look like, how you turn it on and off, and how you set it, what I've done is I have charged the receiver and in about 15 minutes it charged up to 50% battery power. The transmitter takes a little bit longer, so what I've done is just plugged it into an electrical cable. Green light, the blue light flashing means that it is charging. With both of these devices, you can actually plug them in and use them at the same time, which I'll get into in a moment. So I'm just going to turn the camera around so that I can show you how we use these. Okay, so now that we have these turned around, the camera, we can have a look at our two devices, our receiver and our transmitter. Now, as I said, I have the transmitter still plugged in so that it can charge, and that is what the blue light flashing here shows, is that it is charging. The receiver does charge much quicker. In order to turn these devices on, there is a O button on the bottom. So you just press and hold that for about 2-3 seconds. And the device turns on. And you do the same thing with the transmitter. Press and hold for 2 or 3 seconds, and it turns on. So let's go through the receiver first so that we can explain how it works. On the top of the receiver, right here where you see this line bouncing up and down, is our microphone audio signal. So we are getting audio from the transmitter because it has a built-in microphone on the top. There is also a port on the side where you could choose to plug in a lavalier mic if you chose, and then you could put this transmitter in your pocket and have the lavalier mic up to the top of your shirt, such as if you were at a wedding and recording someone doing a speech. So the next part of the receiver is underneath that audio microphone signal, which you can see bouncing as I talk because the transmitter is picking up my voice, is the battery level right here, and you can see it's 50% charged. Underneath that, we have the audio level, which is the bouncing bar showing the audio level coming from the transmitter. We have the what looks like a Wi-Fi signal there, and that is the receiver signal strength between the transmitter and the receiver. So it has full power. And then of course we are showing the battery power of the transmitter under 1. And the reason it's showing that it's fully charged or almost fully charged is because it's currently plugged in. Now, one of the other things that shows up here, and let me just zoom in for you, see if I can, see if I can show this to you, is the decibel level. Now, right above, let's see here if we can make this better for you. You can see that the decibel reading is 0. So when you were setting the recording levels for these devices, 0 is the top of your audio. It is the loudest that you can be. Decibels work in negatives, so they go down, which means if you were recording at -24, it will be quieter than if you were recording at -12 or at 0. It comes out of the box set for 0, which is the loudest recording level you can do. You can then change that on the bottom of the receiver are 2 buttons. The first one is the decibel button. So I'll flip this over and press it, and you can see if I press it once, it goes to -30. Press it again, -27, -24, -21, -16, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and then back to 0. So those are your factory choices. Along on this receiver, besides showing the battery level, is an icon that looks like a sun. And what that is the level of your backlit display. This backlit display, it comes on from the factory, but if you want to conserve battery power, all you need to do is turn that off. And you do that by pressing the power button on the top once. You will see the sun picture disappear. And if you give it about, I think they say about 10 seconds or so, it will dim, conserving power. There it is right there. So it just dimmed, and you are on power saving mode. If you want to turn it off, just press the button once, and you have a backlit display again. And we'll just turn on the backlit display, or turn off the backlit display again. Oh, there we go. I didn't press it hard enough the first time. And it will dim within 10 seconds. There we go. And that kind of makes it a little bit easier for you to see probably in the video. So, a quick recap. The top bar that is pulsing is your microphone audio strength. I'm using a single system, so there is only one receiver showing the battery power. Currently, the little charging symbol showing that it is charging. Underneath that is the receiver strength, or the audio level, the strength of the signal coming from the transmitter to the receiver. What looks like Wi-Fi bars is the actual receiver strength of the signal. The middle, there we go. Sorry, the middle is the battery power of the receiver, the decibel level that we will be recording at, and of course then we have a number 2. So this same receiver is used whether you use a single transmitter or a dual transmitter. In this case, I'm only using one. Now, the other button that is on the bottom of the receiver is this button here, which is next to the connectivity, 1 and 2, meaning transmitter 1, transmitter 2. So if you press that, a box will appear around the number 1. And if you press it again, a box will appear around number 2, and press it again, it disappears. The reason for that is so that you can, let's just put this into battery saver mode so it is easier for you to see in the video. The reason for being able to select those is you can selectively choose to turn one off over the other if you were using a dual transmitter system. Okay, so for the battery level, it is green when it has power or is charging. If the battery level starts to drop, then it will go down to amber and red, and then it will flash. So you can actually see on your receiver the battery level of your, not only the receiver, but also your transmitter. Now, on the actual transmitter, we have two symbols. The first one is the battery. Obviously, it's charging, so it is flashing. The second one is the connection indicator. It is solid, showing that we have a good connection to the receiver. Now, as I said, on this transmitter, you can plug in a lavalier mic into this audio jack, or use the built-in microphone that is here. Now, if you are indoors, out of the wind, then it is fine to use this transmitter just like this. It has a clip on the back so that you can clip it onto a shirt, clip it onto your pants, a belt buckle, whatever you like. But if you are outside in the wind, this microphone is an omnidirectional microphone, which means it is collecting information from a 360-degree circle. So if there is a very windy day and you are outside, you may hear the wind going, and in order to remove that, you simply put this windsock on. You can see on the windsock there are two white dots. Two white dots, one at the top, one at the bottom. All you do is line that up on the side here, left and right side, and then twist it as you put it on. So you would press it on and twist it. And then the windsock will stay on the top and will remove any wind noise from your recording. Now, as I said, you can plug the receiver. You can plug this receiver. There we go. Other side. The red cable goes into this hole here for this TRS jack. That's your USB-C for charging. And you would plug this in from there into the audio jack on your phone, on your computer, wherever you were recording from. If you are using an Apple product, then you will, because they have a FireWire connection, you will need to buy a different connection to go from TRS to FireWire. This connection will work with Android phones that it came with. You of course have a manual, starter manual, which honestly is pretty darn useless. It shows you some pictures of what to do, but there are no words, there are no explanations, but there's lots of information on the internet on how to get started with this and on the Rode website. So I'm still charging this up. I've obviously not tried it because I am recording with a lavalier mic right now. Even though you can see I'm standing up probably 3-4 feet away from this transmitter microphone, and you can see how well it is picking up on the receiver. One more thing to mention here is that while this will allow you to stream audio directly into your video on your phone or your camera or your computer, there is also a built-in storage into this transmitter, and it will hold 7 hours of uncompressed audio. And I believe they said on the Rode website that it will hold 40 hours of compressed audio. So if for some reason you're a vlogger and you're recording something on your own, you obviously are not able to monitor the recording you are doing or the audio because you're doing the audio. If you lose the connection between the transmitter and the receiver, the transmitter will automatically record everything that you are doing. And then you would simply have to go onto the Rode website, use the program that they have in order to get the audio off. You will then just have to use the extra step of linking it up with your video. So that's a nice little backup to know that you have just in case. So let's just turn this camera around for a second. So all in all, I believe that this Rode system is going to work out very well for me for my uses as a motorcycle vlogger when I am doing reviews of gear, motorcycles, interviewing someone, or just doing a individual monologue, if you like, to my camera or to my phone. The system should work really well. Again, this is just an unboxing and initial impressions. It looks really good. All the reviews I've seen online seem to make it really well. The one thing I forgot to tell you was the price. I actually bought this off Amazon.ca for $240. So pricey, absolutely. But will it allow me to record these videos more easily and with less cables? Absolutely. And hopefully it'll make the quality of the audio also much better when it is synced with the video. So we'll let you know as the summer comes around and we're doing more videos how the quality is, and you can let me know in the comment section of those further videos of how well it is compared to using a lavalier mic. Until our next video, remember to keep that right hand cranked and the rubber side down.